That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Good to have you here tonight, guys. I'm waiting for the bell to subside because it kind of messes up the audio there. All right, we fired up at this end, folks, and we are ready to go. We hope that you guys are as well. We hope that you guys have had a fantastic day. We got a lot in store for you guys to show you the kind of day we've had at our end. Pace and power, we see some of the folks already saying there, and boots on the ground, folks. We're fired up. We hope that you guys are as well. Good to see you. I got some sunburn I'm dealing with, folks. I'm motoring. That's the other side of it. Hit a big birthday the other day. It's 4 decades, 4 scores. What's it? Like I forget already. Folks, dealing with a lot motoring at this end, dealing with some sunburn as well. But we hope you guys have had a better day than we have had in the sun. Good to see you, Leon Logan. Good to see you, Onessa Wardine. All the other folks who are joining us tonight. Folks, we are delighted to see you. The whole of the job here, the sunburn. But we ain't complaining, folks. We got to do what we got to do. It was most of the day, Perico folks talking with residents there. I got a lot of complaints. In finale, hope you're listening this evening. Barajagdio, y'all better tune in and tag them, the folks at Perico. Want them to hear a couple of things that we're going to talk about. Where are you joining us from? Welcome in the ring, each and every one of you. Diane Fordyce, Winston Kilkenny. We see you folks there, whichever page you're joining us on this evening. We hope that you guys are well. Karen Thorne, hope that you guys have had a fantastic day. Winston Smith, we see you there, Winston, and all the other folks joining us. Denise Bowen, Marcel Hope, Carmen Bailey, we see you there, Carmen. Shirley Juice Tendry, Debbie Apple, we see you as well. Good to have you folks on the live, folks. We got a long way to go. Sharon Mercurius, Wendy, Rosetta, Shirlene, Marcia Mitchell, Laverne, Harry Charan, Kelman Prasad. Good to see you as well. You see all the white you see right up there? It's sunburn, but it is what it is, good folks. Good to see Elizabeth Giddin, Bellamona, Elizabeth Gittings, Bellamona, Camille Cox, good to see you as well. Roxanne Batson, we're happy you were here, Roxanne, and all the other folks who are joining us this evening. We're fired up, folks, and we are ready to go, and we hope that you guys are as well. We can't come in looking anyhow, you know. We come to work, folks, and we are happy to have you here. We're happy to have the folks at Perica in the house, the folks from Linden in the house, the folks from Georgetown in the house. Carol Hudson is in the house too. Yvonne Daly is here. All the other folks joining us. We are happy and delighted. We got to fight cat set. It's just some of y'all missing. It's just some of you good folks missing. And I don't want our audio peaking because that's something real bad. But good to have each and every one of you here. Great to have each and every one of you here with us tonight, folks. We're going to pull our audio down a little so it doesn't peak and songs out to time in. We're big in this thing. We're big now. Pull some of that down for you. So you don't hear the harshness of that, folks. You don't hear all the harshness. You don't hear all. Right? You can hear some, but you won't hear all. Folks, we're happy that you're here with us. As we said, we got to fight card set. It's only some of you missing. It's only some of you playing Basta. But we're happy and we're delighted. We can take a week and get, folks. The fight card is set. It's only some of you good folks missing. How you all doing? Where you all be? Where you all at? I see Veronica is here. Mavis Davis Wells. Let me make myself comfortable. I see Neon Harding. I see Urban Don Cook. Sparkling Wills is here as well. Good to see you, Sparkling. And I see Beverly Sparkling. Good to see you, Sparkling. Sabrina, good to see you. And did I see Sandra Hanover go by there? Rena Cummins, good to see you as well. Rena, see you again. What's your kid, girl? I trust you're happy. Ginseng Henry, Angela Jordan. Angela, thanks for the thing. Angela, thanks for the thing. Say hello to your hubby for us. Say hello to your husband. Angela's a happy married big woman. Good. Happily married. Good. Angela, say hello to the hubby for us. Thanks for the thing, Angela. Thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing. Valerie Clark, Maxine Still. Good to see you, Maxine. And all the other folks. Sometimes we forget some name for call. Apologies. Sometimes we forget some name to call. Christopher, I saw your thing today, Christopher. Thank you so much. Thanks for the thing, Christopher. Thanks for the thing. Folks, we trust that you guys are well. I need to touch this screen here. Box. And then that's going to move. Yeah. Good, guys. Good to have you folks here with us. We got quite a few things to talk about tonight. Wherever you're joining us from, Yvette and Roxanne. Wherever you're rocking and coming from, folks. Fires of the PUP. A lot of fires since this administration come in. A lot of fires. We can be talking about one of them, folks. Barack Obama's in the news. And Sharma Salman as well. Sharma look little Barack-esque. Barack-esque. Yeah, sure. Sharma Salman is in the news, folks. Barack Obama. The folks in Purika, as I told you, spent the day at Purika, earned the sunburn that I got. I earned it, folks. We can talk about the folks there at Purika. We got some stuff to talk about the chairman of the NDC there. The chairman, Jaidio, somebody tag Jaidio, Sukdio, or Jaidio Suklal. They all tag the chairman of Purika NDC. And then some residents, you gotta tag Colin Kroll and what's the other one? Sonia, no, that's Sonia Parag. I forget Sonia Parag already. The other one, man, tag everybody. The folks at Purika want them to know they need help. They're in Purika. The folks in Purika need some help. If you know our program, you know where we go from here. Folks, over the weekend, on Friday, Rickford Burke stopped by our program and talked to us about some comments that Irfan Ali made. And he circled back to those comments over the weekend on a live that he did. He was pretty upset. Irfan Rang talked about Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic, minority leader there in the U.S. Powerful position, very powerful position. Irfan ran up and Rang talk. And Rickford wasn't having it. Rickford has not been having it. Folks, when you're big, you're allowed to express your mind. Irfan can express his mind. Burke can express his mind. The folks at Purika, there's not children. They can express their minds too on issues of discomfort, on issues of disagreement, on things that need fixed. That's the democratic right of every citizen to voice their concern. So Irfan ran out. Irfan said you have to educate Hakeem Jeffries about some things happening at home. Johnny Ringo, Beatrice Selby, he had to educate the congressman. Yeah, but Congressman Rickford Burke didn't take too lightly to that. He's our congressman. Congressman Rickford Burke didn't take too lightly to that at all, folks. At all. The opener tonight. The president of the Caribbean Guyana Institute of Democracy there in New York, Rickford Burke, on the issue of the education of Hakeem Jeffries. Very finale. Yeah, take a look, folks. He ain't gonna be present. Brace it over. It ain't gonna be present. Penelope Lester and all the other folks out front parts. It ain't gonna be pretty. Take a look and take a listen. Anytime now, take a look.
Ali had a press gavel, I think, at probably the convention center. And during that cuddle with the press, he made some astounding remarks. He claimed that when he met Congressman Hakeem Jeffries in Trinidad and Tobago, he spoke to the congressman. He claims in the presence of other leaders, and told him that the narrative that he had, the misleading narrative, and he sought to correct the misleading narrative he had on Guyana. That is amazing. Keep sharing the link, everybody. It is amazing. Irfan Ali has proven to the international community, proven to members of the Congressional Black Caucus, proven to the region that he's a liar. The man is a liar. Ali briefly met the congressman on the sidelines of the CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in Trinidad and Tobago, where the congressman and 6 other members of Congress attended in honor of CARICOM's 50th independence anniversary at the invitation of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley. What is most interesting is the language Ali sought to use. Condescending, offensive language. consistent with the kind of language racists use to disparage Black people. He said he wants to educate the congressman about Guyana, as if the congressman is not knowledgeable about Guyana. The congressman has thousands of Guyanese and Caribbean Americans living in this district. And it is laughable for a dunce like Irfin Ali to purport to want to educate one of the most educated, intelligent, and in fact, unquestionably, one of the most brilliant minds in Washington, D.C. and the United States. The contempt that the ethnic types in the PPP, like Ali and Jagdeo and the others, the contempt they demonstrate for Black people. And the fact that they now seek to embarrass themselves by exporting their racism to the United States, attack the highest ranking Democrat in the United States Congress. It's appalling. It's nauseous to think that Ali, who's a complete dunce, would want to educate a man who's a graduate of Binghamton University, graduated at the top of his class, went on to Georgetown University, graduated, as we say, with the distinctions, with a master's degree in public policy, and then went on to one of the most prestigious law schools in the country and the world, New York University. It's laughable. Irfin Ali can hardly read and pronounce simple words in the English language. He could even pronounce reparations at the United Nations. Made himself a fool in front of the world. A man who purports to have degrees when he never graduated from college, wants to educate one of the most brilliant minds, one of the most academically accomplished politicians in Washington, D.C. It is amazing, but we shouldn't dismiss it as a joke. What it is a continuation of their demonstration of contempt for Black people and Black leaders who they perceive to be against them or oppose them or who criticize them. And what we see unfolding in Guyana is they're enabled, they're emboldened because they're not challenged by some of the diplomats in Guyana, like, for instance, the American ambassador. I'm trying to wrap my mind around a decided dunce, an absolute dunce, an unlearned buffoon who happened to have been placed in a position where he's now installed as a head of state, can publicly be so disparaging of an American leader, Black American leader, where he can says that that leader needs to be educated, is shocking, appalling. I mean, the condescension from this buffoon, the condescension. I mean, I'm trying to wrap my mind around the fact that this man thinks that he's some sort of superior being to Hakeem Jeffries, with whom he is incomparable. I mean, Irfan Ali cannot even compare himself to Hakeem Jeffries' toilet paper. Not even his toilet paper. He's not even at the level of the man's toilet paper. But this racist, because he thinks that he has arrived because he is the installed head of state of an oil nation, and they can squander taxpayers' dollars to hire lobbyists and get these Republicans to back them and get people like Congressman Gregory Meeks to support them, that they think they have arrived.
Folks, I found Rick Ford a little caustic here. Rick Ford and throw it at the shade, you know. It's not shade thrown here, you know. This is the whole forest. This is the whole forest. The whole forest was thrown here. And folks, that was the opener, Rick Ford. But Rick Ford took exception. As you heard here, of Irfan Ali saying he had to educate Hakeem Jeffries on Guyana. Took exception. He was a little caustic. Folks, we can agree on that. Can we agree? He was a little caustic. Incomparable to the toilet paper. Incomparable. Folks, we got a far way to go. We got a far way to go tonight, and we want to get there. A very, very far way to go. Let's tell them what's happening, so what we're covering internationally, and then we're going to circle back. We need to get the bearings on this side. We're going to circle back. We know the car too much in front. This is what we're following, folks. Racist, sexist pig. This is how Obama apparently described Trump. And this is according to Newsweek. Oh, y'all don't read Newsweek? Right? They said the night prior to the 2016 election, am I picking it up from the right place? Yeah. This is according to, let me get the fella's name. The former President Barack Obama was known and respected for his calm demeanor, says Newsbreak, and his ability to stay cool under pressure. But that doesn't mean he hasn't made his strong opinions about the controversial ex-president Donald Trump loud and clear. According to Isaac Edwards DeVore, in his book, Battle for the Soul, Inside the Democrats' Campaign to Defeat Donald Trump, Obama told foundation donors that Trump was a madman and a racist, sexist pig, a lunatic, and all in all corrupt mofo. Barack, is you? Like Barack, take a little bit of Barack, take a little bit of Barack. He says a corrupt mofo. Y'all know in the streets what I mean, folks. Y'all know in the streets what I mean. Former President Barack Obama, foul mouth, y'all share the damn live yet? Miss show this belly what y'all chat. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button for us, folks. And let's go down the road. I want to come home quick. That's what Obama said. Ukraine, why? Why Biden doesn't want Ukraine to become a member of NATO? I thought it was all up and up. Ronald Austin. The folks that know, I was going to call some names in foreign affairs, but I changed my mind. The folks that know, I call the names of the folks that know. Ronald Austin. Why is that? Why doesn't Biden want NATO to join, want the Ukraine to join NATO? Duck. Back channels. That's what we're seeing there. They said the NATO members are divided. Divided. I hope Russia burn Ukraine to the ground before you make up your mind. I just hope so. I just hope so. And you all know Dr. Shimirali Howells has the back channels for us. Former ambassador of Kuwait. We got proper people on this side. Don't come around with funny. We got proper people. Former ambassador to Kuwait. God damn it. Former ambassador to Kuwait. We don't have the enemy all sorts like bird nest them. Like the room with the news, we got proper people here. Former ambassador of Kuwait. He has the back channels for us tonight, folks. He has the back channels. He talking about Russia. A whole manner of things. He talking about I want to say Putin's visit to the UK, Biden's visit to the UK. He's talking about that, amongst some other things. Back channels. You all know Professor Shamir Ali, former ambassador to Kuwait, always got it locked for us with the back channels. Take a look and take a listen. The back channels, Ambassador Shamir Ali.
Greetings, listeners in Guyana and globally, and our continuing prayers to all those from Madhya who are recovering and those who have gone on. And thanks to Sherrod and his team for their sterling continuing work to bring credible information without our spinning. We do not spin, we bring to you the facts. Ladies and gentlemen, today, at this very moment, President Biden is in the air traveling to arrive in the United Kingdom. Tomorrow, he will be meeting with Prince Charles because, he missed the coronation, and Lady Jill Biden represented the USA, so the president will meet the king tomorrow. The President Biden will also meet the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And my back channel, as at minutes ago, it will not be a nice meeting. I think for the very first time, it will be made in public. Some have already seen it. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is not agreeing for America's decision to use cluster bombs. Cluster bombs is the kind of a bomb when you throw it, it can injure hundreds of more people. If you remember, Lady Diana spent her life in dedicating to the stoppage of cluster bombs around the world, and she took many risks herself to clear these bombs. Well, the reason for it is there's a shortage of ammunition. Ukraine are using up much more ammunition than is available, so the US has no alternative because they have nothing more to supply. The consumption is higher than the production, so that is the reason for the information the president is choosing that road. The bottom line is Russia, Turkey made a very bad decision to some and a good decision. Turkey is working on back channel for a dialogue. That's why they agreed to release the generals from Ukraine who were in Turkey. And President Putin is upset with that, but Turkey did it in the hope that it can start a negotiation and a dialogue. The Saudis are working on a dialogue. China is working on back channel, but the European Union and the United States is very determined, it appears, for a win in Ukraine. And that is how I'm getting it. So I'm just sharing with you on the back channels from all sides, because, I listen to all sides, not only one side. I listen to Ukraine, I listen to Russia, listen to Turkey, I listen to China, I listen to the Saudis, everybody. I have no skin in the game. I'm just trying to hope that dialogue will be the best way forward. How many of us remember yesterday, Saturday, was the 500 days for this war and the lives that are being lost? I'm also told that in Belarus, the army is from the Wagner group is getting stronger. They have reconstituted and they're being led. The Wagner group chief is back now in St. Petersburg. All is not well in Moscow. The people are suffering. They want the war to end. And I don't think the world is ready for the fall of Russia, with all due respect, because I don't think we'll be ready for it. It will have catastrophic effect because, an angry leader can be a very, very dangerous leader. So I hope that there will be better decision at NATO meeting, and the NATO will try to do some persuasion in Finland, and hopefully there will be a better day for that war. Back home in Georgetown, many of you hope you've purchased a book, From Destiny to Prosperity, from Minister Raphael Trotman, which is from his lived experiences. And page 42 talks about, I was never acting alone and did seek and obtained the cabinet's approval. Repeat, the cabinet approval to enter into the agreement. Some weeks later, the Minister of Finance tabled a motion for a resolution to be adopted by the National Assembly. National Assembly means all the parliamentarians, government and opposition, in keeping with Section 51 of the Petroleum Act. None of this could have been accomplished by me alone, Minister Trotman is saying, in the absence of the President and Cabinet's knowledge, support, and approval. All is on page 42. I'm merely reading, and thank the Almighty and thanks to Raphael and his team and his family for producing this book so we can have the truth. Yes, it took 7 years, but my takeaway was Minister Trotman was waiting for a commission of inquiry. And a commission of inquiry in any part of the world is like a truth and reconciliation. People are sworn to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And Minister Trotman was hoping and hoping and hoping. That's also my back channel, and it's written in the book that he was hoping to tell these truth, and there's much more that is not in the book. I suspect common sense. And the truth for the COI did not happen. Maybe one day it will happen, but that's the evidence. What was also shocking to me, and I thought I'm up to date in many stuffs in Guyana from the USA, that Minister Trotman on page 43 mentioned he had not one, not two, 3 handing over ceremonies. First, he had to hand over to the Prime Minister, Nagamoto, for governance responsibilities, because that was his first responsibility before the petroleum. Then in August 2018, he had it to hand over the petroleum division to President Granger's office. And then the third one was August 2020, he handed over to the PPP government. Ladies and gentlemen, continuing best wishes to you, your families, your friends, and may you have a blessed day, onward and upward for Guyana, one nation, one people, one destiny. Goodbye.
Love us some back channels with Professor Shamir Ali, former ambassador to Kuwait. Always takes us through the paces and always got something new to share with us. Folks, reminds me when he said, I thank Raphael for this book. Reminds me of one of our first set of law classes. We're doing constitutional law, and the lecturer was asking, this is at the University of Guyana. We're reading for our bachelor's degree in law. Remember Miss Thompson was doing constitutional law with us. She asked the whole class, what's the Constitution? Little fine roses. The girl, her hand shoot up in the air. She said, Miss, the Constitution is a book. I look at Roses. She a little different since then. She says a book. Yeah. Look at them, little different. Share it live. Smash that emoji button. She was half right. Technically, folks, we got a lot to share with you. You're going to want to move. Let's touch quickly what's happening in the region, folks, and we bring it home in the 592. You think it's easy here? It needs a lot of places neither. It needs in other places neither. This is in Belize, according to my notes. Thank you, guys. You put a 6 of fine. Oh, it's 4 scores and 4 at a The eyes telling now, oh. Bellies. They knock down a pregnant woman. They just knock down people, A pregnant woman. Hey, that put your soul for a long time, You hit down a pregnant woman. Share the damn life. Smash that emoji. A pregnant woman? No, that's a sign. That's a bad sign. That's like an old man. You knock down a pregnant woman. How wild you got for me wild? You see a pregnant woman is there, you have a greater duty of care. I start talking law, and you think now coming back. I gotta start talking a lot more often. A duty of care. You have a greater duty of care. Pregnant woman. Bellies Trinidad. The different granny. What them, sir? Them boys beat up a 71-year-old woman. Took away some money. 15,000. You think it's easy? With them done stocks? You think it's easy? Them boys corner granny. 71 years old. Robbed her 15,000. You gotta know if a walking trader, just like here. You want to run some places too late. They knock you down right in front of the State House. Ready with bullets in out right outside. Just be careful. Trinidad, folks. Trinidad and Jamaica. Earthquake in the Eastern Caribbean, 6.6. We told you guys just this morning. You remember which country we told you all of this morning? Yeah, don't forget all them things. Taiwan had a 5.2, 5.3 earthquake. Today, this was the Northern Caribbean. Some folks in Antigua called us and said, in Rock'n'Hay, some people downstairs send the praise, Father God, forgive I. Forgive me for left with my husband. Thieving out your money. Forgive me, Jesus. They said, there are a lot of people hollering out. Hollering out in Antigua. Oh, God. The Rockins. So we can't take the Rockins, We wish them the best, though. We wish them the best in Antigua and Barbuda. And finally, folks, in the region, I think it's only here people crossing on the floor and resigning from political parties. Folks, there's nothing new under the sun. Your bank going to tell you that. Your Quran going to tell you that. The Bible going to tell you that. Nothing new under the sun. Yeah. 3 councillors resigned from the PNP. This is the People's National Party. Which country are you talking about? The flag right there. Oh. Jamaica. The People's National Party. 3 councillors. The people blaming Margolin. This is he. He's a bad leader. Soon things go wrong, Failure ain't got a friend. Success, many. Failure ain't got a friend. Success got many. When the 592 is home with them. Oh, some of you, I get impatient. Me, they take going, he only going on. When the 592, I trust you're happy. Now. When the 592, whap. That's when we're there. Unfortunately, folks, in the 592, I love how the artist did this thing. The graphic artists. We got some good graphic artists, they said, Some good people. Did it so nice, If I didn't do it, y'all still laugh at me all now. You find the people, the talent, you got to utilize them. You find the people, the talent, we got to utilize them, good folks. In the 592, fires, more fires. Why so much of fires on this administration? Every goddamn day, something burns down. Something, folks. Fires of them boys. Run and down. They tell us West Coast babies. House fed up in flames. 8 homeless. Jesus of mercy. Let's try and get him some help. I'm begging. Let's try and get him some help. Fires, folks. West Coast babies. Fire. Look, let's be following. Sash. The American People's Association. They say you gotta block some of them pedophiles. They say you gotta block some of the bugadong set from the communities. They got a proclivity. And then taking left, the Amerindian People's Association said that Amerindian villagers should have legal rights to block entry of unsavory officials. That's what I mean, bugadong. Unsavory government officials. As Jack said, chase them out. Remember, Jack, your voice. Chase them out. Chase them out. Chase them out. You know this government depends. They depend it. They depend it. That's what the folks tell us. You know, we have to sift through a lot of information to cram into this hour. Sometimes you go to hour and a half, 3 hours, 4 hours, nothing big. But they depend it. Because we saw as we were preparing for this program, a whole set of house lot giving out 800 here, 400 there. But are people really getting house lots? Are people really being regularized in this country? Huh? That's why you want to know. The people of Puerto Rico want to know that. Are people really being regularized? The government really care? The people of Puerto Rico say, so long we and see y'all. A little cold. A little cold. So long they see y'all. And they got some persistent land issues there. This is at Puerto Rico, not facade. I went in there saying facade. They said, no. Don't come wrong with funny. Sherrod, don't do it. Facade. The Puerto Rico facade, that's the area there. They've got a running problem there. And the people want help. They asked me to tell that to Colin Crowell. Right? And the other minister, what's his name in that ministry with Colin Crowell? What's his name? Slipping me. Sonia Paran. Tell them, we want to see them. They're running here. A long time ago, we see them back since. The people got problems in Puerto Rico for saying, and I want to see them. You must see elected leaders. You must see the people from the NDC. You must see the people from the region. You must see them. The RDC. You must see them. So the people got some issues there, and you know, I had the good fortune of talking with them. It's beautiful people. These are Guyanese brothers and sisters like you and I. They want a piece of land. They want it is there. So they got the title. They got the transport. A roof over their head. That's the Guyanese dream. And a job. That's the Guyanese dream. Folks, take a look. And take a listen. What is beautiful people of Puerto Rico. Hard-working, good-natured people of Puerto Rico. Take a look and take a listen. What they told me about this land issue that they got around that side. Take a look and take a listen.
We're the residents from the Puerto Rico Facade area. We're living, it's locally, it's Barnes Avenue. We're living there for a number of years now. And we would really like somebody within the Ministry of Housing or the government or whoever to just be there with us to look into our land issue. The residents at the back there, we paid, we bring in light, we bring in water. No one came to look the land. There is no, the lots there are not proper, no proper trackway. And the people claiming that they own the land. When we spend our money and bringing the light and water, they came in claiming now that it's their land. The Minister of Housing, Mr. Colin Crow, was in there a while back, and he promised the residents he's going to look into it and give us the feedback to let us know what exactly is this issue with the land and how we are standing on it and why is it. But we're still waiting, and it's been over a year. So we would just appreciate it very much if somebody could just look into us there and help us, see if they could help us. Where is it with the land and what is our position living on the land?
Because somebody said they own the land initially and then...
Well, the people, they never show paper. When you ask them to produce some sort of evidence claiming that, yes, the land is their own, they never produce anything. Okay, they're just saying that it's their own. And they would come and collect rent. At one time, Ms. Philomena Sahai was in there for a meeting and she had stopped the residents from paying rent because there is no standard owner for the land. Nobody actually owned the land. So she had stopped everyone from paying rent. And well, she passed away and we have everything left like that. And we're trying and we're not getting no help nowhere.
Yeah, concerning the land because they're claiming that it is their land, but then they can't produce. I asked them from the starting of it that if they can survey it and sell it. It's like about 20-something years story I tell you about. And now they say yes, they is going to do it and they can't produce no paper, they can't survey it or they cannot do anything. Everyone wants things in their life. No one wants to be down all the time.
And how long have you guys been living in this area?
I live in there about 22 years now.
On this very land?
Yeah.
Wow.
I live in 22 years now. There.
And you've always had this issue?
I always ask them to sell me the land. I needed to sell because how long are you going to pay rent all the time? If I die, my children won't own anything because they will continue to pay the rent. right? There is nothing to prove that I own something for leave for my kids then. And I need either the government, the minister, or somebody to step into it. Because if these people own the land, they either so paying the land, but then if they need the land, they need to produce a paper. If they need the land, they want to rent it out to poor people, right? So the government or the minister of housing, somebody need to, if they can look after this land and let it out, and we are willing to go ahead with the government with it. So if
Excellent.
they can do something about it. Some of the residents get notice, soft break. At least at one moment, there's even stopping me to build my house.
But notice from who? Notice from
No, they are from Martin then.
the
What the lady name?
the supposed owner.
March. She's
The
not the
supported
owner.
owner.
No, she's not the owner because I asked them to produce their papers. If you come with your papers right, I am willing to buy. And if you don't have a papers, I cannot buy it from you. Right? I told him that. And she was the one who was stopping me to build in my house. But I continue to do it because they don't have no papers to prove for me.
I hear you.
And I continue it.
I am one that person live in Perico Passage. I live in where they call it Barnes Avenue. But I live in there till 1990 to October. I live in there.
How did you come to
And-
live there?
Huh?
How did you come to live there?
Well, we even live on the sea dam renting house and the lady will put me out. And we gone back there and we just squat just up on the land because the land was vacant. It was cane field land. And we gonna squat and live. Just like that. But when we do find out that the land ain't got no owner. So we live there since 1990, 10 October, the first house that we built on the land. We get all the children them right there. Now, as life goes on, we live there. More and more people come and start building, come and live in. We start to find out if the place got owner. They say that the place have no owner. 17 parcel 1722 don't have no owner. So as we live in, we need current, we need light. We carry our own light. We pay $3 million for one portion of the light. There was nobody object. The NDC chairman give we no objection letter and give we paper to go ahead that it have no ownership on the land. Because we went on the lands and survey and find out and it said it have no ownership. So come we go ahead, getting the light and stuff inside here. So as we live there, we decide we're going to apply prescriptive rights. So when we go and take a lion now 5%, go and apply for the prescriptive right, they have Miss Marjorie, Martin, and I don't know who couple more person come up and said that they own the land. Okay, we went to court. The case was dismissed. Last week, Thursday, we get this letter here stating that we must block and move.
From Punai and Punai.
From
That's what it said.
Punai and Punai. 5 we get a letter. The 5 rule person was going to court to survey the land and apply for prescriptive rights. And other people survey and get prescriptive right in the area and nothing to come about it. So we 5 get object in court and stuff.
Do you guys have a sense what did the court say about the matter?
They dismiss the case. Judge said that she can't give a ruling against the case. She not find no fraud. And these people use an other girl document. The NDC didn't give them no paper to go and fight for this land. They use somebody else's paper to go and fight for the land. And then them bring the paper and claiming that they get title. And we are the people who live in there since 1990, 10th of October, and we can't get ownership. And other people, them not live inside there. They come after. And they're claiming that they get prescriptive right title for the land. And them not live on the land. And we who live there all year develop the place, full mud, drug, this, for develop the land. We carrying current, everything privately. Everything we carry, we pay money for get every single thing. Now, If they have an ownership of the land, why they didn't come up and the GPL post was joking and said that we own this land and we can't joke no GPL post. But we spend all we livelihood right there where we work on all the time and we can't get what we working for.
What are you asking the administration, the government?
Well, we asking the government or the president and the housing minister to look into the problem because we really need a wheel land. Because we live there long and every day the march coming in there and claiming that we have to pay rent and come in and bring police for block down building and all sorts of things she doing. And when you tell she bring up the paper, she have no paper to show. The police them are coming and go back because when the liar call them, they have no paper. So we need we house. We need we land. We need we peace and land where we live and we don't want nothing more. We the resident in the area with the peace what we surveyor that we need. We don't want nothing more. If it's a house lot, less than a house lot, that we need. We don't want nothing more.
That's some of what the folks told us there at Perica for sale. That's what they told us there, folks. Some other folks want the NDC chairman to go. Some other folks there at the facility, they want them to go. I ain't just sure that the facility, but it's Perica. And they said this chairman is no good. JDO is no good. That's what the people tell us. JDO must go. Right there at Perica. I think it gets Sunburn. Love it though. Love it. Love it. Listening to the people. Bringing their concerns to the National Assembly. Bringing it to members of the public. Jagja, your name Colin. Colin Crowley, your name Colin. Irfanali, your name Colin in Perica. The folks say they need this land business sorted out. And they need this chairman of the NDC to go. JDO got to go. He got to go. That's what the folks tell us. They want him gone. He's no good as a chairman. They don't want him to come back. He has to go. That's what they said. Listen to what they tell us. And now they said to residents, said the NDC chairman got to go. You're the NDC. You're chairman. You got to work. You're there to look pretty. You got to work. You're a councillor. You got to work in the municipality. You got to work. Take a look and take a listen to what the folks tell us about JDO. The folks in Perica, they know the whole thing. They know the whole thing about JDO. Take a look, take a listen. And we got Chairman Solomon coming up. You're going to want to stick around for that. The one and only Chairman Solomon coming up, folks. Stick around for that. JDO got to go in the meantime.
I'm out here because I'm working with the local government. 3 months I didn't get paid yet. 3 months. We get no pay yet.
And why haven't they paid you all yet? What is happening?
The chairman said he's not signing no check. And we get no money as yet. So me know how we wife and family can live.
And 3 months you all have not been paid?
No pay as yet.
3 months?
Yes.
And they say the region don't have no money?
Well, we don't know. The chairman signed no check. He said he doesn't sign no check. So we don't need he anymore here.
And what kind of work you are doing with
we doing ship workers. We ship workers. We clean it, drain the whole of Perica here. We clean it.
This is the community enhancement project, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now, if we go work, we can't get paid. What we working for? Huh? Now, you just answer me that. What we working for? We can't get paid. If the chairman send the check, how we must get the money? Because he tell me personally, he tell me he not sending no check. He personally tell me that he not sending no check. We don't need he anymore. We need somebody else.
And what is the name of the chairman?
Huh? Suku.
Mr. Suku.
Yeah.
All right.
Sukral.
Mr. Suklal.
Right.
I come protesting for my salary. I already worked 2 months. And there's no money. When you ask the chairman to sign the check for us to get our money, he says he's not signing no check. I get sick because of the work I am doing. We cleaning drainer. They have a set of septic tank pipes all leading the drainer. We getting sick and there is no money to take care of our sickness. We need our money. We do not need Jayasuku. We need our money. this everybody got issue with you all the time. When you go to him and ask him to do something, a simple little paper, he never had time. He keep turning you and twisting you and cornering you and twisting you, and eventually he don't come up with no to help you do nothing. He look after himself and himself alone. This is the chairman.
And why do you think the administration has been so reluctant to remove him and give you somebody who might listen to you?
Yes, we need somebody who could do something for us. We are very poor. I am the only breadwinner in my house. My husband's sickly. And for 2 months now, no money. How could I take care of my children? I have a daughter on right common entrance. If there is no money, how could I take care of them? I need my money.
What are the issues? So you're asking for your money.
Yes, I need my money.
Brother who just spoke with us said he didn't get any response as to why the money has not been paid in 3 months. Have they told you anything?
No, he's not saying why he's not signing the check. He just said he's not signing the check.
Tell me personally.
He's not signing the check. And Mr. Nascimento asked him Thursday, we had swearing. And Mr. Nascimento asked him afterward that if he could sign the check for us to get our pay. And he said he's not signing no check.
Who is Mr. Nascimento?
We foreman.
He's a foreman for the safe workers.
It's what it means you working.
I'm the breadwinner for my house. My husband's sickly. I got my daughter right in common entrance. That's why the purpose you're working is to get what you need. And they're not giving us our money. We need our money. I need my money. I'm the only breadwinner of my house.
The issue with the chairman is not a nice person in Parika to the committee in Parika. We need to get a new chairman that can work along with each and every person. Because this man is a pick for every person. And we're glad that the government can look in and put somebody properly who can be a benefit to every person in this region 3. We don't need Taiwan anymore, sir. We need somebody who can make a good change in this community. Now we're begging for. And we're asking the government to look into the matter because this man doing a lot of wrong things to people. This man threatening people to shoot them and all kind of things.
No, he fired bullet already, but no homeland already from Namrik.
Yeah.
From Namrik, he fired bullet.
Plus, you want to fight them people on the road and stuff.
Right here, he fight people right here, but it's this junction here. He fight people here. Right here, he fight people here already here.
We're glad the president can look into the matter and the vice president and see what they can do to this problem. This problem going overbearing now to the people them. We're begging for help for the people them.
We need somebody to do for help the poor people.
We
need the poor people.
Come to aid.
We need the poor people to get help.
We don't have money to run to drive. I get money for
We got somebody for help.
Some of the
poor
placards
people
here.
The chairman of Purico, you know, really doing the things what he's supposed to do for the people them in the region 3, and feeling really very sad about the situation, because sometimes when I end up go to the NDC and I ask the chairman that if he could do things for we in the area, the chairman are coming visiting the area, you know, coming and looking around to see that what we need in the area and thing, and we're getting no help from the chairman. So I'm glad that the government can look into this matter, because if the chairman can look after the people, we need a new chairman to look after the people and benefit in the area.
Yeah.
And
The folks want the chairman of the Mora Purica NDC to go. JDO, just go. Pack your bags and go. They just want him to go. Folks, you see all this thing about, you know, headlines in the Chronicle, the room with the news, you know, hen, oh, you're DPI, you see it all the time. Development and Irvan's word is transformative and transformation. In all the situations, he loved the word. Transform, transformative, transformational. But anything really getting done in this country? The people at Purica for sale can't get the land fixed yet. Can't get it fixed. It's months now. The other folks talking about JDO there at the NDC. The Mora Purica NDC. Anything in this country really being fixed? Anything being fixed? Folks, let's show you some what we're covering, but coming up, Sharma Solomon And it kinds of motions in the house. She says, see this domestic violence thing? Violence against women and the girls, sexual assault and so on. Motion in your backside. And then these house lot prices, and I said, too expensive, god damn it. Too expensive. So watch for that. Look what else coming through. Yeah, we buy them buys now. We buy them buy section. Buy them buys. Look what coming through. Couple things we're following on this end, folks. Couple things. Your boy run out. He said these contractors with these poor works. He put them on notice. It's a long number here. Edgel talking about poor work, poor work, poor. You know, nothing improving. Nothing improving. Hey, them folks said that damn lot by education now. Damn lot by education now. Coming soon. Coming soon. This only carries long. Like they're moving out the mark though. They said they got the architectural design now for the school, for the law school. Our local law school. Yeah, I can practice in just now. Y'all don't mind me business. They said the architectural designs are ready. The school on the way. The talking is about 2 years now, you know. It's about 2 years now. This school coming and coming and coming. Right? Fix the system. Ramjadan said in the Nigel Darmlal, the rape scandal. Damning allegations made by that 16-year-old. He said the system didn't work. I think you got to convince any guy needs that. The system did not work. That is what he said. The system didn't work. Folks, it didn't work. The closer tonight. We introducing another segment to our broadcast, folks. Municipal matters. We got to see what happening in places like in the municipalities, in the townships. We want to see what is happening, folks, in the NDCs. Municipal matters. That's what we there. Who vex? Municipal matters. That's a new segment we're adding to our broadcast. So we got the whip. That's one of the segments. We got back channels. And now we want to add municipal matters. We got to zone in on some of these issues. Like at Mora Purika. That's a municipal matter. The NDC there. You got the RDC. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Jack, you name calling in the Purika. Irfan Ali. Your name calling in Purika. I give you all this one as a freebie. Colin, your name Colin. It means 1 year you went back there yet, Colin. Jesus have mercy. You gonna resign next. You will have to resign next. Municipal matters, folks. Sharma Salman says he's hitting the ground running. Hitting the ground running. Folks, they got to take the oath now. Did they take the oath before Irfan? And then they're on the job. Once you take the oath of office before the president, you're on the job from then. Even though they've taken the oath at council. You know, but he's ready. Sharma Salman is ready, folks. Sat down with Sharma recently. And I said, what you got planned? You know how fast? You know how fast? I said, you got some low-hanging fruits you're looking at now. You got some low-hanging fruits. Congratulations, Sharma Salman. Congratulations, my brother. Take a look and take a listen. Welcome, Sharma.
Thanks, Sherrod, first for having me on the program, and thanks for the congratulations, not only from yourself, for so many that we received, myself and the councillors that were elected. We want to extend a depth of gratitude not only to you, but to the many who voted and elected us to enter the council, and in giving that sort of representation to the councillors, allow for my election as mayor. And for this, I want to say that I'm very humble for that amount of confidence coming out of the election in that resounding victory of over 8,000 residents given the APNU, and in that representative arrangement where our councillors are so empowered and would have reposed that amount of confidence in me. I am so grateful and humbled by that. So with that being said, Sherrod, I want to say that as we look to move Linden forward as a council, and recognizing that we have the responsibility given to us, even though it's an election mandate, to counsel and to govern on behalf of all 35,000 residents across Linden, and to ensure that we provide the sort of optimal services that will bring that sort of good life and good living for every single Linden. You ask about moving forward. we campaign on a promise of providing strong, right, and proper representation for people across this community. And the first policy of ensuring that we hold firm to that commitment is to ensure that we empower constituency management, constituency council, constituency representation to ensure that particular institution that is called councillor, constituency representative, it is given this sort of institutional support that they are more present in your community to be able to be more engaging and responsive to issues in those constituencies that directly elected. So I believe that for us is our first approach of ensuring we stick to that policy of ensuring we provide strong, right, and proper representation, is to bring that representation very closer to the constituents and very close to the constituencies in terms of how services and issues are represented. But those are just to promote the sort of structures that we want to see help the culture of our community to improve. So whether it's the empowerment of the structure of a councillor or to see the committees of the council work and how those committees are going to be managed, we hope by God's grace we will unveil the committees and those chairpersons and members of the committees so that you can see how we want to see the structures of those committees also work and the experiences and the expertise of the people we want to have on those committees, the sort of way they are going to move the agenda of recommendations through those committees to get them to work. But again, to ensure those committees are able to work in relation or in relationship with good organization and to promote good organizational structure. So stakeholders, for example, we want to see the market committee have more markets associations so that we have a better relationship with those associations to represent vendors and stallholders better. So those are very engaging approaches that we want to take. And it also allows for a better appreciation of the services in the area of waste management, in the area of ensuring we have a good, healthy, clean riverfront. And even as we look to provide more in direct services in our communities. Those are structures that will help to change the culture of seeing us being able to do things like that and be able to be very responsive. However, Sharon, we want to also look at a very holistic plan that allows Linden to see where we see Linden being into the national agenda. We want to fit Linden into the national agenda. And I'll give you an example. I made this point earlier, and you referenced to the bauxite business a couple of minutes ago. Bauxite was king in the A-days, maybe 4 or 5 decades ago. And if bauxite represented 1% of 10, you look well. But now we're in an economy of 1,000%, and bauxite is still 1%, which means Linden must appreciate in this very expanding oil and gas economy, how do we fit Linden into the national agenda? How do we ensure in the area of education, training, and preparation for industries such as construction and others, do we see this economy being positioned as a hub, as it is, where you see Linden in Region 10, a region that embraces 6 other regions, a region that is with all 3 main rivers dissecting it, that is so well positioned. How do we fit this community into the national agenda? So those are some of the holistic approaches we want to also see that in the next 5, not only 5, maybe 10, 15 years, to move Linden, not just from the second largest or second populous town between the coastland or the most populous town between the coastland and the hinterland, but to move it to a city status, to expand its boundaries. And how do we see in the area of population growth and development, a community that can expand to welcome those sorts of initiatives? So those are not only ideals or look that we have, but those are already agendas that were in place that we want to also pick up on and see how best we can advance.
Excellent. Talking about bauxite, it brings us another part of our discussion. Are you hopeful the PPP would love luminaires and people in Region 10 to believe that they have a genuine interest in the development trajectory of the region and of the township? Are you hopeful of a reset to recent animosities? And then the whole issue of both sides, where it seems that the regional chairman, Darren Adams, was disinvited from giving remarks on the program recently, doesn't seem to lend too much optimism to that. But are you hopeful of a reset?
I am always an optimist. I am someone who believes in diplomacy, someone who appreciates international relations and understand that even in the most violent of wars, there is dialogue at the end. So I understand that whether there is a reset, as you call it, or if there is ever been a problem between government and local or government and region, I don't see why this community, based on the principles of the Constitution, should not advance nevertheless, no matter what that relationship is, its firm position grounded in those constitutional principles. And I can use Article 13, for example, that states that any decisions that are going to be made on behalf of people, that they must be a part of those that impact their lives. And I believe this is where you find the statutory agencies, such as the municipality and RDC, that are directly representatives of those people that must be a part in these decisions that are going to affect and impact their lives. So I think on those principles, and we can move further to even Chapter 2801, that provides for the statutory relationship between government, local, and central. And it is in those areas we expect to build on. So whether there is a reset or not, there is an obligation that is statutorily there for government, local, and central to have to engage to ensure that on behalf of local and national development, that that relationship is there. So it is on that fundamental principle that we want to start and to move to other principles such as mutual benefits, where we can see government, local, and central understanding and moving this community forward. How do we see, as I mentioned earlier, Linden fitting into the national agenda? And how does that appreciate for Guyana and the people of Linden to collectively benefit? And I think those are also some principles that are there to be built on, whether those are mutual benefits, mutual trusts between the parties, and also how do we see that extending between the people within the communities. So, and in just the basic tenets of human engagement, that we're all Guyanese, and notwithstanding our political persuasions or our affiliations to whatever different sides that we associate with, in this country, we have a right to ensure that every single Guyanese would be given that fair share. Whether you're the brothers and sisters in our Amerindian communities, whether we live in marginalized communities, we live in economically depressed communities, we live in interior locations, we live in interland areas, that it becomes the obligation of the state to ensure that the resources are provided to ensure that those less fortunate areas are given the opportunity to elevate out of the state of, as the IMF indicated, that we're almost 50% of our people living in poverty. So the state is with an obligation to pay attention to that. More so that we now have, not only by the admittance of the vice president, but the same IDB, the IMF, sorry, that indicated we now have a petrol state that is growing by almost 60%. So now that becomes another obligation of why those communities, including Linden, must be given that sort of attention. So whether it's the constitutional obligation or where the articles provide for that, or whether it is ensuring there is neutrality in how we move forward, or even the basic tenets of how we provide for communities, I believe there is a relationship that must be maintained between central and local government on those principles.
All right. Thank you, Sharma, for that. Thank you very much. That's Municipal Matters. Going to look at those issues, and our entire discussion with Mayor Sharma Salman is going to be posted on our YouTube channel. So ensure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and so you can see that entire discussion when it's posted. You don't even have to keep checking. Once you subscribe, you hit that subscribe button, and you click for the notification. You'll get a notification as soon as we post anything on our YouTube channel. Isn't that great? Isn't that sweet? So we're going to post the entire discussion we had with the Mayor of Linden, Sharma Salman, on our YouTube channel. So it's only going to be available there in its entirety, folks. That being said, folks, that's our time and that's our program. Thanks for joining us on this Monday, the 10th day of July, 2022. That's all we have for you guys this evening. Share the like, smash that emoji button, wherever you're joining us from. It's a privilege. Jamal, we see you there, and Faye Laundry, and Beatrice Selby, we see you as well. Chisel Chipper, share the like, folks. Smash that emoji button. And you know what you got to do, folks. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. And you know if you need a good justice of the peace, commissioner votes, two affidavits, where you got to go? The Alistair Collins Farm, folks. The Calian Mall, Lamaha Street, between Camp and Waterloo Streets. The Calian Mall, the 649-6410. And of course, you got this very important conference coming up, guys, on the 14th to the 16th of July. Next week, 14th to the 16th of July, the Guyana Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Investment Conference. Folks, you're gonna wanna touch base there. They got booths available and they got tremendous speakers, which means the content is gonna be great as well. Good, folks. You all know we don't run on water. This is how we keep our program going. Partner with us. Totally funded by the public. And here's how you can help us to move forward. We got Cash App and Zelle, PayPal, MG, MoneyGram, Western Union as well. Good, folks. That being said, that's the last bell. That being said, good folks, that's our time and that's our program. Stay safe out there, each and every one of you. Peace and power, good folks. Happy Monday evening. Stay safe. Stay safe. That's it. We're done. Punto final. Petalbang, we see you there. Joylyn Cook, Avril Farrell, we see Charles Nelson, Joylyn, and Alson Cortez. Good to see you as well. Stay safe, guys.